Hello everyone, my name is Ashalia and today I will be showing you how to do a quick and easy makeup routine. So I always recommend everyone to do your skincare before doing your makeup. Wash your face, put your moisturizer, your serums on. After that, the first step of your makeup should always do prime. So for priming, I'm going to use my Revolution Glass Skin Primer. It's a dewy primer, so I'll just grab it with my sponge and put it on my face. I just use one pump because I am a little bit oily, but my cheeks are dry. It's just my nose that's oily, so I don't put it there. And I will leave my nose alone. I'll use the other side of the sponge. This is a Real Techniques Beauty Blender. Mix that all in. Let it set for a little bit. Take my hands. They have been cleaned. Just massage it in a little bit more. So after I do that, I always use an eye cream. Yeah, you can use this for your skincare, but I like to do extra because my eyes are always really dry under. So this also helps my concealer not crease in, and it blends way easier. So after do this, I will put the concealer on my hand. And I just use a regular eye cream. I always change it up because I don't feel like it does anything. I just need like that moisture on it. So I use the LA Girl primer. Sorry, concealer. And this is the pink colored one because I don't really like to use any creams on my face. I don't use foundation. I don't use BB creams. So I just put it on my hand. I'm just lightly going to get a little bit of product on my finger and just tap it under my eye. The LA Girl concealer does have hairs or on the actual concealer. This is what I mean. So you could always go straight into it, but I like to warm it up with my hand because I think or I see the difference. Like it just melts into my skin. So I'm just taking that in and lightly pressing it. This is basically just acting like my foundation. So here I have pimples. So I will go over it and just put it there because I need that extra coverage there. I'm gonna take my beauty blender, scoop whatever's left on my hand, and just mix away. Blend that all the way through. And as you see, it's just blending out nicely. And it doesn't leave, it just looks like my normal skin color, but just a little bit highlighted. So that's why I use a pink one. You could always use your normal color of skin, but I prefer that. That's just my preference. I like to have that highlighted color. So whatever's left on the sponge, I will just try to even it out on my face. Now, I'm going to set it with, I'm just making sure everything's blended. I'm going to set it with the the Maybelline 24-hour powder. It's a foundation powder. And I'm just going to use a brush. It can be whatever brush you want to use. You can even use a beauty blender, but I don't like using the beauty blender because it makes you look powdery. Always tap your brushes to get the loose powders out and just stamp it in. If you are oily, you should use a loose powder and just bake. But don't bake too much because it can make your face extra dry or it can make you look powdery. So I'm just gonna put this slightly all over my face, and this is just giving me the color also back to my skin. So just use a powder that is your skin color or just translucent. Always go down your neck to make sure everything's blended. And lastly, just making sure I'm not worried about this area because I know I'm not really trying to go full coverage. So if you can see a little bit through it, it's completely fine because I'm just going for a natural look. So now I'm gonna do bronzer and blush and highlight and all that. I use this palette. It's the Nikita palette, and I like it because it has all of them in one palette. So if I ever go somewhere, I'll just take this and I don't have to take different containers or different jars and stuff. So I'm going to use Femme, and I'm going straight in. Do the fish face. Just suck your lips back in and your cheeks, and it will give you that chiseled look, and that's where you put your bronzer. I like to do circular motions, and I always go lightly with my bronzer because I don't like to look extra bronze. I feel like when you look extra bronze, you look good, but it can also like overdo your face. And I'm not really trying to do a lot. I'm just trying to accentuate whatever I have. Here on your chin, and then on my nose, I will go around it and circle it. On my upper eyebrow, I'm just going right here and flicking it up. I did not go back. I just did whatever was left. This is just to give me color, and it's basically giving you like a nose contour, but without going through all the trouble of going specifically. So now I'm just going a little bit more. And like I said before, I don't mind the fact that you can see my pimples. I like that fact that you can see it because it just looks like I have a little bit of bronze and not whatever else I did with my face. So I'm taking a big brush. I'm gonna do a little bit of this one, the blush. I'm tapping that away. I like a little bit of blush. I don't like a lot, so I'm gonna smile, apples of my cheeks, lightly tap away. And that's really it. That's all I do for bronzer and blush. Now I'm taking a tiny fluffy brush. It is super tiny. I like my highlighter to be in specific areas. I don't like it to be all over my face. So I will take this. It's like a pinkish shimmery. So it's not super highlighted. So I will go right here and I'm just gonna go around. And you see how it has like that sheen pinkish color. I will do that over. I like to connect it under my brow. So I will do the same thing over here. And highlighter just goes wherever you want to shine. So I normally will do it where the light hits me and I want it to be a little brighter. You could always use this as eyeshadow. But I'm like going fast, and I want to do something quick. I use my bronzer as my eyeshadow. So I'll take a fluffy brush, tap it away, and use it as my eyeshadow. Super easy. It looks amazing. If you want to push it a little bit more further, you can always put a shimmer or your highlighter right here, and it will put your eye look way better. But like I said, we're just doing something simple. So I did all of that. Now we're going to do eyebrows and eyelashes. I do this as an Essence. It's a mascara and it has fiber hairs in it and it has color. So it will give you your eyebrows a tint. So I will just go in with the wand and just mix it around. It is really good. I always use this and it's only $3. It has a lot of colors too. If you don't have a lot of eyebrow hairs, I recommend you to get a pencil. Because pencils are super easy. They bring the spoolie with them already. So you can mix it around. And it looks really good. And it's easy. You can always find them at the drugstore for cheap. So just wherever I want them. If I want more, I'll go back in if I mess up like I did right here, just scrape it with your nail. Or you can wait and go over with a clean spoolie and it just comes right off. So now I'm gonna do mascara. This is my last or my step before setting spray. I've heard a lot of people say that setting spray should be the last step, but I don't like it. So I'm just gonna look up real quick. Don't really like a lot of mascara, but tip. Put your eyes or your wand on your eye and just lift your lashes. Because that pulls them up. Do the same thing over here. And if you get mascara like I did right there, just take a Q-tip and just clean it off. Yeah, that's it. If you want to be a little extra, take a setting spray and just spray your face. This will help everything set in place, melt your powders. For lips, I'll normally just use a lip balm or a chapstick. You can always use a lipstick, but that's really it. It's super simple, super easy, and also new products for you to use. Have a good day, and I hope you enjoyed.